So, have you ever wondered what it really takes to be a master of the supply chain? We're talking 2 decades of experience. Today, we're going to break down the career of Hunan Khatri. He's a strategist who's all about turning messy, complex data into crystal clear decisions. All right, let's dive in. Okay, so right away, you get a sense of what he's all about. I mean, look at this. It's not just about, moving boxes from point A to point B. Nope. This is about taking all that experience, we're talking 20 plus years, and using it to actually predict what's coming next. It's about shaping the future, not just reacting to it. This is where the rubber really meets the road. So you might be asking, how does he actually pull this off? Well, it all boils down to one core idea: being a data-driven strategist. His whole thing is finding that simple, clear path right through the middle of all the chaos and complexity. And that right there, that's the bedrock of his whole philosophy. It's so much more than just, managing a checklist. It's about leading from the front with a super analytical mind, always ready to pivot and adapt to whatever the world throws at him. And let's be honest, in supply chain, the world throws a lot at you. All right, let's see this philosophy in action. We're going to take a look at how it's shaped his career, which, by the way, is seriously global and incredibly diverse. Okay, this timeline is pretty cool because it tells a really clear story. You see him starting out in 2012, boots on the ground in Thailand as a logistics manager. Fast forward a bit, and he's managing the supply chain for a US company. And now, he's fully remote, leading as a supply chain manager. That's a huge progression, right? It shows that companies trust him to deliver results whether he's in the same room or on the other side of the world. And if you thought that was impressive, check this out. This is where you see his real superpower: versatility. Think about it. Automotive parts, then e-commerce, hair care, even jewelry. These industries couldn't be more different. What this tells you is that his core skills, his data-driven approach, it's not just a one-trick pony. It works, period, no matter what the product is. So what are the tools he's using to make all this happen? Let's pop the hood and look at his core skills. Okay, now this is what I love to see. It's such a great mix. On one hand, you've got the high-level, 30,000-foot view stuff, like demand planning and project management. But then, boom, you see Excel Guru. That's the hands-on, get-your-hands-dirty expertise. And that combo, that's absolutely critical. It's what separates a good manager from a truly great leader. But, a list of skills is just that, a list. The real magic is in how you use them. So let's get into the fun stuff, some actual projects where he took raw data and forged it into decisions that solved massive problems. Okay, check this out, a SaaS dashboard. Now you might be thinking, wait, software? I thought we were talking supply chain. And that's exactly the point. He built this incredible tool just using Google Sheets to analyze the health of a software company. It just proves that his analytical brain can tackle problems way outside the traditional world of physical goods. And here's how he did it. He distilled the entire, super complex world of a subscription business down to 6 essential numbers. Things like, how much money is coming in every month? That's your MRR. How much does it cost us to get a new customer? That's CAC. By tracking these, the dashboard basically acts like a doctor's checkup for the business, giving you an instant snapshot of its health. All right, next up is a project that solves a problem that gives almost every business owner a headache: managing cash flow. He built a financial model that completely automates it. Think about that. All the time saved, all the potential for human error just gone. So how does he do it? What's the secret sauce? It's a seriously cool tool called Regex. Now, don't worry about the technical name. Just think of it like this. You know how you can press Control F to find a word in a document? Well, Regex is like Control F on steroids for massive databases. It can automatically find, pull out, and neatly categorize exactly the financial data you need. It's what makes his model so fast and, more importantly, so incredibly accurate. And it's not just about crunching the numbers in a spreadsheet. That's only half the battle. He takes that data and brings it to life using tools like Tableau. He creates these visual dashboards that are super easy to understand. Why does that matter? Because it means everyone, from the CEO down to the person packing boxes, can look at the same information and make smarter decisions. It gets everyone on the same page. Okay, so let's zoom out. What's the bottom line here? When you put all this together, the experience, the skills, the projects, what does it actually mean for a business? Well, it starts with one number: 20 plus. Over 2 decades of real-world, hands-on experience. You just can't fake that. That's not something you learn in a classroom. It's knowledge that's forged in the fire, solving tough problems day after day, year after year. So, when you look at the whole picture, it's clear you're not just getting a supply chain manager. What you're really getting is a proven leader, an analytical expert, a process innovator. You're getting a strategic partner who can come in and help turn your supply chain from just a necessary expense into a powerful weapon that helps you win. And that really leaves us with one big question to think about, doesn't it? After seeing what this level of data-driven expertise can do, it makes you ask, is my supply chain ready for that kind of transformation? What potential is still locked away inside my business? Well, if you're curious about unlocking that potential and want to take the next step, here's all of Hunain's contact info. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next explainer.